Hello everyone, in previous video, we have seen what is data structure. What are the types of data structure? And difference between linear and non-linear data structure. And so on. In this video, we will continue to see some other important data structure interview questions and answer. If you didn't watch previous video, please watch previous video first. You can find the link for my button or I will provide in description below. Before starting this video, I would like to request you, if you're new on this channel, please like and subscribe to this channel. It will not take more than 1 second. Even it will not cost you anything. Thanks. Let's start today's video. What is a queue data structure? Answer. The first-in first-hour or FIFO action is used to retrieve queue entries, which is an abstract data type that specifies a linear data structure or an ordered list. Only one end, referred to as rear, is allowed to insert data, while the other end, referred to as front, is only allowed to delete data. Next question is: what is the doubly linked list? Explain with some specific examples. Answer. It's a type of linked list, double-ended LL, in which each node has two links, one to the next node in the sequence and the other to the previous node in the series. This allows traversal of the data elements in both directions. Here are some examples. 1. A music playlist with next and previous track navigation options. 2. Recently visited pages in the browser cache. 3. Undo and redo functions in the browser, which let you to return to a previous page by reversing the node. Next question is: what are the difference between heap and stack? Answer. Here is some difference between heap and stack. 1. The heap is more versatile than the stack because memory space can be dynamically created and deallocated as needed. 2. Stack variables are only visible to the user as private memory, but things created in the heap are visible to all threads. 3. When using recursion, heap memory grows in size, whereas stack memory soon fills up. Next question is: what is divide and conquer algorithms? Explain with an example. Answer. Quicksort is the name of the sorting algorithm. The method selects a pivot element and rearranges the array components so that all items less important than the pivot element are moved to the left side and all elements more important than the pivot element are moved to the right side. Merge sort is a sorting algorithm as well. The algorithm divides the array into two halves, sorts them in a recursive manner, and then connects the two halves. The purpose of points that are closest together is to locate the nearest pair of points in an XY plane collection of points. The problem can be solved in O(n)(2) time by computing the distances between each pair of locations and comparing them to find the shortest distance. Next question is: what is graph data structure? Answer. It's a nonlinear data structure that stores and retrieves data by connecting vertices or nodes with edges or arcs. Edges are divided into two categories, directed and undirected. Using a dictionary with the names of each vertex as the key and the edges list as the values is the best way to implement graphs in Python. Here is an example. Run the program in any Python editor to see the output. Next question is: what are some examples of graph data structure applications? Answer. Here are some example graph data structure applications. 1. In transport grids, stations are represented as vertices, and routes are represented as graph edges. 2. Vertices represent connection locations, while edges represent the wires or pipes that connect them in a power or water utility graph. 3. Use social network graphs to determine the flow of information and hotspots, edges, and vertices. 4. In neural networks, the vertices represent neurons, while the edges represent synapses between them. Next question is: What are the different kinds of trees? Answer. Here is the types of trees in a data structure. 1. The generic tree. A generic tree is one whose hierarchy isn't restricted. All other trees are subsets of the general tree, which can have an endless number of progeny. 2. The binary tree. The binary tree is a type of tree in which each parent has at least 2 offspring. The left and right youngsters are referred to as the left and right youngsters. The name of this tree is more well known than that of the others. When a binary tree is given specific restrictions and features, trees like the AVL tree, BST, or binary search tree, RBT tree, and others are utilized. 3. Binary search tree. BST or binary search tree is a binary tree extension with a variety of constraints. In BST, a node's left child value must be less than or equal to the parent value, whereas the correct child value must always be larger than or equal to the parent's value. For AVL tree, Adelson Velshi and Landis, the 2 inventors, are represented by the initials AVL. This was the first tree to achieve dynamic equilibrium. Each node is given a balancing factor based on whether the AVL tree is balanced or not. The node kids can only reach a maximum height of 1 AVL vine. 5. Red-black tree. The red-black tree is another type of auto-balancing tree. The term red-black is derived from the characteristics of a red-black tree, which has red or black painted on each node. It contributes to the forest's overall balance. Even though this tree isn't perfectly balanced, the search method takes only big O, log n, time. 6. N-ary tree. In this sort of tree with a node, the maximum number of children is n. A binary tree is a 2-year tree since each binary tree node has just 2 offspring. A full n-ary tree is one where each node's children are either 0 or n. Next question, what are the difference between the B and B+ trees? Answer. The B tree is a self-balancing M-way tree, with M denoting the tree's order. Tree is an extension of the binary search tree in which, depending on the number of M, a node can contain more than 1 key in more than 2 children. The data is organized in a B tree, with lower values on the left and higher values on the right subtrees. The B+ tree is an advanced self-balanced tree since every path from the tree's root to its leaf is the same length. The leaf nodes all occur at the same level since they are all the same length. At the 3rd level, some leaf nodes are not permitted to develop, while others are permitted. Next question, what's the difference between a BFS, breadth first search, and a DFS, depth first search? Answer. Difference between breadth first search and depth first search are following. 1. BFS and DFS are 2 graph traversing algorithms. Graph traversal is the process of visiting all of the nodes in a graph. 2. BFS examines level by level, whereas DFS takes a path from the start to the end node, then another path from the start to the end, and so on until all nodes have been visited. 3. In addition, BFS uses a queue data structure to store nodes, whereas DFS uses a stack data structure to implement node traversal. 4. DFS produces deeper, non-optimal answers, but it works well when the solution is dense, whereas BFS produces ideal solutions. Next question, what is linked list? Implement linked list in Python. Answer. Linked lists are a sort of data structure in which each data node has a relational pointer that connects it to the next node in the list. Unlike arrays, linked lists do not have objective positions in the list. They have relative positions instead, which are determined by the nodes in their immediate surroundings. In a linked list, the head node is the first node, and the tail node, which has a null pointer, is the last. The linked list is either singularly or doubly linked depending on whether each node has a single pointer to the next node or a second pointer to the previous node. Individual links in linked lists are similar to those in a chain in that they only connect to their immediate neighbors, but when all of the links are combined together, they form a larger structure. That's it for this video. We will continue some other most important questions in next video. So if you are new on this channel, please like and subscribe so you will get notification for new videos. Thanks.